creation. Glory be to the ancestors for giving love and peace to our country, that we are able to live in a peaceful coexistence together under the rule of law, loving one another as one citizen of both Africa, Kenya, and the world. Haile.
Haile Selassie the first.
Glory be unto the elders who have laid down the foundation in the United Nations that protects all human beings, despite of who and where you live in this creation. Give thanks for the elders who have set the foundation, Emperor Haile Selassie in the League of Nations, who have said that equal rights and justice must be enjoyed by the whole creation. And through their efforts, the United Nations have laid a strong foundation, which is to protect the human culture and human coexistence in this time. I as Rastafari, our history has always been known to be a people who stand out boldly to protect the plants, the animals, and above all, the dignity that enables us to be human beings in this time.
Haile Selassie the first.
For those of you who have been following history, you know the struggle of I, especially the black people of the world, has not been an easy history. Since the year 1560, our ancestors have been struggled to live as human beings and to be given respect by even the other peoples of the world. The history of slavery has not been easy. The history of colonization has not been easy. And right now we are fighting with disease, illiteracy, poverty, and malnutrition.
Haile Selassie the first.
So the mission of the ancestors have not yet finished, because still there are many children who cannot attain basic education, basic health, healthy food for life, and many African countries are still suffering communal wars that is not necessary.
Haile Selassie the first.
The land that we are living in, which is motherland Africa, has been blessed by the Almighty with a lot of resources, which if we all share equally with understanding, we will all live a better life and also help the rest of the world to realize the importance of peace and love.
Haile Selassie
give thanks. Today we are here specifically to address a matter that has been brought forth by the United Nations, and many parts of the world have come now to debate and allow the use of cannabis, which is marijuana, for both spiritual, health, environmental, and cultural use. We, the Rastafari of Kenya, are happy to live in a democratic country whereby the Constitution, under the Bill of Rights, 31 article, allows every Kenyan to enjoy the rights that is entitled within the Constitution.
Yes, sir.
So we, the Rastafari community, who have for so long been stigmatized and misunderstood by the mainstream society on our way of life and culture, hereby come today in this institution which justifies our being as Kenyans and as Africans, to tell the world that we are together with the agreement of the United Nations that cannabis sativa, which is the marijuana, should be allowed for cultural, spiritual, and medicinal use for people who have been using it for many years and understand its importance in the creation today.
Yes, sir.
The global warming, the unemployment, and the health issues that is affecting many of our people today has become an issue which we cannot keep quiet again. We believe that there should be more emphasis towards research and also towards allowing the Rastafari to take the forefront of advising even the country and the nation on how the plant is a solution for many of our problems today.
Yes, sir.
So I hereby come here with our intellectual brethren to help to interpret the Constitution in a manner that it can be understood that the Rastafari community has been wrongfully imprisoned and persecuted because of the use of the cannabis for their spiritual use, especially sacramental use, and also as indigenous community of Kenya, we the Rastafari feel also it is our right to protect all indigenous seeds which has been there since creation, and also to provide the knowledge on how to use it to improve the separation of humanity and of our environment today. So we believe that by this discussion, it will open a way for us also to start discussion in our different forums, especially the professionals. We ask you also not to be silent in this time.
Yes, sir.
The people who have been given the mandate to study these things and help us so that the whole world will remove the stigma and be in agreement with the United Nations oneness that the plant is no longer a narcotic and it is a cultural and medicinal plant, and it therefore can help the creation in the problems that it's having today. So I hereby invite Lojuron Jaden, the chairperson of the Rastafari Society of Kenya, which is a legal institution that stands for the welfare and the well-being of Rastafari indigenous community of Kenya. And I hereby humbly ask the people of Kenya to start discussing and also to welcome Rastafari in the different institutions whereby we have not been allowed to be before, so that we can also share our knowledge and our experience with the rest of the Kenyans, so that we can enjoy the freedom under our Constitution and under our Bill of Rights, and we can all enjoy one country free from environmental pollution, free from misunderstanding. Yes, sir. Blessed Lord.
Of the fourth estate. Now, for Rasta to enjoy his freedom of religion, for Rasta to fully manifest his faith as Rastafari, it requires of him or her to frequently use marijuana, cannabis, or what is called in our local areas, kushungpeng or vela. They are required to use it for the purpose of manifesting their faith and creating that connection between themselves and their creator. And this, as we have received the instructions, does not only flow from our current constitution, but also from the Holy Book, the Bible. And therefore, with the instructions from the Rastafari Society of Kenya and the spokesperson, Mr. Prophet Wambua, we have filed a very urgent petition before court with the team that is behind me, where we seek that by law, members of the Rastafari Society of Kenya or persons professing the Rastafari faith be exempted from criminal liability for their private growth, use of marijuana or cannabis. The use goes to the extent of the smoking, the eating, the drinking, the use or the burning of incense, or the bathing with marijuana. and also goes to the extent of allowing or seeking for the court to allow by making a declaration that the private growth and consumption of cannabis is by law not prohibited as far as the Rastafari Society of Kenya is concerned or its members. And therefore, this is a call for the society to reasonably accommodate this marginalized group of individuals who profess a faith that most of us do not profess. And therefore, it is a call that we be tolerant as a society. We are asking the court to breathe life to our Kenyan constitution, which is only barely 11 years old. The law that prohibits the use of marijuana or cannabis was enacted or promulgated in the year 1994. This is so many years before even the promulgation of the new constitution. And therefore, it is our expectation as members of Sharia Mtaani that moving forward, the court will breathe life to the private rights or the private rights of these members of the Rastafari Society of Kenya, their right to religion, and their right to associate together in worship and in their submission to God, the Almighty Creator, as they take the sacrament, which is the holy herb, cannabis, as the law will refer to it, marijuana, kushungpeng, vela, and many other names that we will refer to it. So we are asking even the members of the media, members of the public, to come out in large numbers and support this cause. Thank you.
We are ancient Africans, ancient Africans, ancient Africans. We are the children of, oh yes, we are civil Africans, ancient Africans, ancient Africans, ancient Africans, ancient Africans. Ancient Africans, oh yes we are. Children rights, children rights, children rights are them are human rights. Children rights, children rights, children rights are them are make the world a better place. You see them strike ghetto, your children have no food, no place to sleep, no proper education. Give them chance to, yeah man, Selassie, give the children of Africa a chance to make the world a better place tomorrow. Selassie, I love. Give thanks. Selassie, love. Yes, Black Liberation Day. This must be no more apartheid, genocide. Poverty afimu, itafimu, You can move closer to me. Thank you. Yes, now.
Haya, kuja. Hivi. This way.
Get tired of telling you to plant trees every day. Like now it is raining. How many of you have planted trees? Environment. We never get weary to tell you. Get weary. Never get weary. And I up in the mountain for a very long time. Self-reliance is the ultimate energy in this time. Never get weary.
Black man has no sin. No sin can enter.